Yeah, it's Monkey D.
And you already know why everyone L Pirates, baby. And today, man, we got something special for you guys. Everybody thought that these anime cats, these are anime cats. No. Before we were anime cats, we was all into the comics, the Marvel and the DC. So we got WandaVision for you. Go ahead and start it off.
Man, so we gotta give you a recap up to episode 7.
Spoilers if you haven't seen it. So
episode 7 basically picks up where it left off at with episode 6. Wanda expands the hex. She's just giving herself a quarantine day, but the whole time this is going down, parts of the hex are breaking down, and she's not knowing what's going on. So she lets the kids go to Agnes for the day. Meanwhile, Darcy and Vision are going through it. Darcy also freed from Vision, and then they have a conversation. Everybody outside Texas trying to get in. Lieutenant Hayward, he's trying to get in. He's got a plan that he's going to let off at night. But in the meanwhile, Monica gets through. The meantime she gets through, you see her like gain her powers or whatnot. She goes through the hex, and then she reaches Wanda. They get into a little tussle, and the meantime that's going on, Agnes sees. She's like, "Yeah, nah, stop. Let me take care of this." So she swindles her over to the house. Meanwhile, she's at the house. She convinces her basically to go downstairs. And the end of the episode, you see Agnes come through with a plot twist with her being Agatha the Hargrave. Everything that happened up to that point was because of Agatha.
Right. So just for those that don't know who Agatha is, Agatha Harkness first stepped to the scene in 1970 on the 94th edition of the Fantastic Four. She has partnerships with the Fantastic Four and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, as her mentor, because Agatha Harkness was one of the original witches on the Salem witch trial. So if anybody knows anything about witches and having magical powers, it's going to be Agatha.
So the book that's shown in the bottom with her and Agatha, it looks like the Darkhold. The Darkhold scene in the Runaways and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It also has ties to Ghost Rider, so I can see how they bring Ghost Rider into the MCU, which would be crazy, because he was supposed to have his own show back on Hulu, but Kevin Feige nexted that with Runaways.
True. I remember that because I actually thought about watching that.
Yeah. Also, this sets up Doctor Strange so well, because even if you see in the beginning of the roll credits, you see like it looks like somebody's trying to get Wanda's attention, but I can see how Westview causes problems in this universe, because if you're pulling people from other universes, it's got to cause consequences. So I can see how this can tie into Doctor Strange's multiverse of madness. So that'll be great. I still don't think Doctor Strange is going to be the big Yoo-hoo guy that's going to come at the end of it. You see Monica get her powers, but she doesn't know how to use them. I think that she had her cells mutated way back when Captain Marvel came through, because if you see her and if you really remember her talking to the Sword Doctor, you see her talking about mutation cells and all that. She knew about all that. I think that should tie back into the Captain Marvel, which would be really good. And I think Captain Hayward was trying to turn Vision into a weapon. So within the blip, everything will happen in 3 years. So Sword got to work on Vision's body for 5 years without nobody touching it. But the problem was Hayward couldn't get him alive, not until Wanda came through and then put him alive. So I think he's trying to figure out how to turn Vision into a weapon. So these are just some of the things that I wrote down on my notes that would just come into my head, which was crazy. WandaVision's a really good TV
I feel like one of the reasons why Hayward wasn't able to activate Vision, I say activate because he, technically speaking, he's a computer program,
right?
Android type deal. But one of the reasons why he couldn't figure it out is because one of the people that made Vision is my dog, Tony. Tony Stark, of course, and you cannot forget Thor had a part in that, into charging up his casing that was holding Vision's body and the Mind Stone. So with those three things, those three people, those are out of Director Hayward's abilities. He's not as smart or as powerful as any of those individuals. So I think that's one of the things
doesn't have an Infinity Stone either.
Exactly. I think that plays integral pieces into trying to figure out how to actually activate, Vision. But that's just my take. That's my theory why he couldn't get it to work. And of course, Scarlet Witch is gonna be able to get him to work because she's supposed to be one of the stronger characters in Avengers, if not the entire MCU.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you how when Monica and Wanda were fighting, how Monica was able to kind of hold her own. You know what I mean? And if Wanda was able to kill Thanos, and if you're able to hold your own like that, I mean, she kind of holds some weight.
Let's not give her too much. Because as we saw in episode 6, Monica knew that Wanda knows or believes or feels that Monica actually means her no harm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't think that Wanda would go full out yet, because she's confused herself in the newest episode, trying to figure out what's going on with her own mind and her own powers, and then you got somebody from the outside coming in trying to tell me that I'm here to help. It probably give her all the toss up. Not to say that Monica is not powerful of her own, because if you follow Marvel Comics, everybody knows who Monica ends up becoming to and being. You know what I mean? So I don't want to spoil that for everybody else that don't know.
Yeah, so we gonna say that for the next burner. Episode 8's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh, hopefully Vision comes face to face with Wanda after Wanda figures out what Agnes or Agatha is doing with her sons, why she's even here, how she's able to act on her own. Because as far as we thought, this is Wanda's world.
True. I think that the next episode, this is a theory, I think the next episode's got to touch on Agatha's backstory. It's got to tell us how she got here and who she's working for. I think she's the middleman. I think she's the middleman because it's too much. But I think they're going to tell us who she's working for and how she got there. That's just me.
Okay, and another theory out there, if Wanda doesn't remember how she was even able to build the Hex or how she even got there, would you say that maybe Agatha has a hand in that? Because we all know her powers have something to do with mind control and immersing thoughts and changing thoughts and stuff like that. So would you say that Agatha may have a hand in that?
Yeah, I think Agatha's is in Wanda's head, manipulating certain things to go down so she can get her way.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay, no, I thought I was the only one. That's why I spitball and just give theories out there for everybody else that's watching the show. That's exactly. Like I said, that's just one of my theories. Like I said, that's just one of my theories. And spitball to people.
All right, man, but that's it for today, man. We'll get back to y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. We'll get at your boys. It's Monkey D here.
Your boy Dub Zoro.